I hope you guys have been having a really good holiday season so far. Today, I'm just going to get ready. If you want to get ready with me, you can. I'll be doing a cool toned holiday look using the Too Faced Grand Hotel Cafe palette. I know it's sold out online. I picked it up a couple weeks ago at the local Sephora here. If you can't get it, I do have some dupes and some swatches for you so you can get as close to the look as possible. So let's jump right in on that. I haven't done anything to my face. I'm completely bare. So I'll be doing my entire routine from start to finish today. The two palettes that I'll be using from the cafe are the gingerbread cookie and the eggnog latte. I love both of them. The reviews on the set were not very good at all, and it almost dissuaded me from picking the palette up. But I'm really glad that I did because the pigmentation is actually really good, and I've had a lot of fun creating looks with this palette because the colors are so great. I think the palette is really well put together. Each small palette, it comes with 3, has 6 eyeshadows and then a face product. So you can actually do several looks with the colors that are coordinated in each palette, which I really like a lot. I'm going to start today by telling you which eyeshadows I'll be using. I'll be using Cup of Joe, which is right here, if I can find it in my viewfinder. It is a dark brown, almost black, and it's got a gold shift with gold shimmers in it. It's a really beautiful color. It is this one right here. I'll also be using Gingersnap, which is a true gold foil. It is this one right here and right here. And I'll also be using Eggnog Latte. It is this one right here and right here. A really great dupe for the Eggnog Latte I found in the Fergie Wet n Wild palette. I believe they've repackaged this now. It's just a regular Wet n Wild palette. It is available at the local Walmart here. I went and checked. It is the first color right here, the lightest color. A really great dupe for the Gingersnap, the gold foil. NYX has one, Ulta has one, Coastal Scents has one. So those are some really great cheap options. I couldn't find a good dupe for Cup of Joe. So what I did was I combined 2 eyeshadows that I already had, and it made a color very, very similar to Cup of Joe. And that is right here. It's just a little bit more light tone, so you could actually add a little bit of black and you'd come out with probably a very similar color. And to get that, I used the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Downtown Brown and Maybelline Single 159 in Nutmeg. It's actually $1.95. Okay, guys, enough of that. I'm going to get started doing my face now. I am going to use L'Oreal True Match Lumi for my foundation. I'm going to spot it all over and use a stippling brush to spread it out. Next, I'm going to use a Cosmetics CC Plus as a concealer today. I got this in my Ulta bag. I got this as a sample from Sephora. I really like it so far. I haven't been using it all over as they say that you should. I've been using it more as a concealer because the IT Cosmetics products are so full coverage that I don't really like to use them all over my face. But results may vary. Right now, just use whatever concealer you like. I typically don't use a beauty blender to put my concealer on. I know that's usually a big no-no. Oh god, don't put concealer on with your hands, but I always wash my hands before I put my makeup on. I feel like the beauty blender drags my skin and it doesn't get as natural of a finish as I would like. Right now, I'm having a really bad psoriasis flare up. So I really need the fullest coverage that I can get. And my beauty blender soaks up so much concealer and foundation. I've really been liking this stippling brush that I got from my Ipsy bag. Just by chance. It's a Luxie brush and I have several of them. And they're great quality brushes, but they're also pretty inexpensive as well. Okay guys, now it's time to bake our face. I do bake lightly every day. I work in a hot kitchen all night long and I think that it just makes my makeup stay on a lot longer. If you don't know what baking is, it's just taking your beauty blender, dipping it in some water, dipping it in some powder, and then putting it on your face. Alright guys, I'm going to go on to contour my face now. Oops. I'm going to try the gingerbread bronzer from the gingerbread cookie palette. I haven't really tried it yet. We'll see how it does. We'll see how it looks. Okay guys, I'm actually really liking that color. It's a very universal color. It is a little dark, but I'm a little bit dark skinned anyways, so that's okay. Now I'm going to go back in with my beauty blender and define my contour line a little bit. Alright, the face is almost done. Yay! For my highlight, I'm going to use Bella Pierre Cosmetics. It is a new strobing powder that I got. It's called Toast. I love that name. It's a really beautiful shimmery gold color. I'm not going to contour, highlight, or blush very dark today because the eyeshadow that I'm using is going to be a smoky look. So I really want to concentrate, focus on my eyes today. One thing that I do have to say about the Bella Cosmetics strobing powder is that it is so beautiful. I absolutely love it. All you need is a little bit. The jars are kind of small. All you need is a little bit of it. I actually got this kit at TJ Maxx and it was only, I think it was $8.99 and it retails on their website for $68. $68. $8.99. Such a good. I actually like this better than the Anastasia Beverly. Sorry, Norvina. I'm just absolutely in love with this product. Alright guys, it's eyebrow time! Eyebrow time! I don't have any eyebrows at all. I was just not blessed with any kind of eyebrow. So what I'm doing right now is I'm brushing my eyebrows down. That lets you see the shape of your eyebrow. That way when you put on your pomade, you have an outline to go by. I know that sounds strange, but it works. And clean my eyebrow brush off. Pomade always goes on best when you have a clean brush. Always clean the brush off. And I fucked it up. Oh, welcome to my life. The pomade that I'm using is from Beauty Bakery. I really like it a lot. It's cheaper than the Anastasia is what's new, and it's waterproof, it's sweat-proof, it's smudge-proof. It literally will stay on for 2 or 3 days if you put it on and don't wash your face, and it will not come off. It doesn't flake, it does not move. Alright guys, I'm going to give my eyebrows a brush now to blend them out. Instead of adding more pomade to my eyebrows, what I do to cover up any holes that I might have left from the pomade is I add Benefit's Gimme Brow. Basically, it just adds volume to your eyebrow and allows your eyebrows to look a lot more natural. I bought this through Ipsy just to try it out, and I actually ended up loving it so much that now I use it every day. And I will definitely be repurchasing this when I run out. I really think it's a great product. Alright guys, eyebrows are locked on tight. I think I'm going to go in and add a little bit of blush to this because I feel like my face is a little colorless, lifeless. So I'm going to use the blush here in the Eggnog Latte palette. It's called Peach Cobbler. It's such a beautiful color. We're going to just go in with a little. Alright, y'all. Beautimous. I love it. I love it. I love it. One second. Drink of life. Drink of life. Okay, guys. Let's prime our eyes. The eye primer that I'm going to be using is just a cheapie from Ulta. I got it in one of their beauty boxes. It was on sale. And it came with like 72 items, I think it was, from Ulta brand itself. But this eye primer is one of my favorite things that was in it because it actually works pretty damn well. So, rock it. Eyes are primed. Get out my eyeshadow brushes here. Deal alert. I got this awesome pencil eyeshadow brush that I have been looking for, one of these for a long time, at Walmart the other day for $1. And this puppy, it's really good. It's really awesome. Alright guys, let's start our eyeshadow look. On with it, on with it. I know I ramble. I'm going to start by laying down a white nudish eyeshadow color just to make everything blend easier. Yes, I'm looking into mirrors at once. I'm trying, guys. Work with me here. Work with me. All right. Now I'm going to lay on my first color, you see that? The lightest color right there, Eggnog Latte. It is a really light but cool toned gold color, gold shimmer, I should say. I'm going to lay that on with a short shader brush. And I'm going to go all over the lid with it. For those that said that this Too Faced Grand Hotel Cafe palette has no pigment, you're full of shit, by the way. Because it does. When I was working on this look the other day, before I film a look, I'll always do it 2 or 3 times to make sure I'm comfortable with it, to make sure it looks really good, to make sure that I can go through it really fast on camera. And I was applying Cup of Joe, of course, a really dark color, and I got it all over my face. I swiped my brush in it one time, and it just was like, pew, and I was like, holy shit, I did not expect that much pigment to come off with one swipe. All right, y'all, we're going to go from the lightest color straight to the darkest color. The reason being is our middle color, we're only going to apply it in the middle of the eyelid. So we're basically almost just doing a 2-color eye look. So I'm going to go in with the Cup of Joe now. If you are using the Grand Hotel Cafe palette, tap your brush off before you do this step. We don't want the eyeshadow to go on very dark. This is just going to be a really subtle look. Can you see? Blend, blend, blend. It looks so crazy right now in the first stages. God, it's so dark. With the Too Faced, everybody says that they are off their game with their eyeshadows. I had picked up last year's holiday release, which was Sweet Peach. People went crazy over Sweet Peach. And it basically sold out the instant that it became available. I picked it up on eBay. I couldn't get it through a regular website. And I will agree, pigmentation on Sweet Peach was it just wasn't that great. It was really disappointing, but the thing about it is the pigmentation on Mary Macaroons and Grand Hotel Cafe is not like that at all. So I don't really understand the misstep that they have there. Alright guys, after you get done blending, it should look something like this. I'm not really worried about lines right now because we're going to go back and fix everything here in a second after we get done putting all the eyeshadow on. Next, I'm going to take the Gingersnap, which is our gold foil, and I'm going to apply it. I'm only going to focus it on the center of the lid and close to where we blended the darker eyeshadow. We don't want it to go anywhere near this part of the eye at all. To make the gold foil eyeshadow stand out a little bit better, if you want to use water or a glycerin product, it really brings out the shimmer in the eyeshadow. Now, I didn't do it with the first eyeshadow, but I am going to do it with the second eyeshadow. I'm going to use some stuff for mine that I bought at, where did I get it? Goodwill the other day. I paid $2 for this stuff. It's actually ingrown hair serum. But the first ingredient on this is glycerin. And glycerin is the product that really brings out the shimmer in an eyeshadow. So that's why I actually bought it. I like to repurpose things. Always look at the ingredients. You never know what you can use something for. I was a chemistry major, so I like to play around with formulas and products a lot. Just going to take a little bit of that. I'm going to put it right here on my hand, mess it around, and then I'm going to dip it in my eyeshadow and put it on. Alright guys, after you've applied the gold eyeshadow, you just want to take any kind of eyeshadow brush. I'm going to use my pencil brush and blend the edges out on both sides of it. So that way we get a really nice gradient. I don't want to go too much to the left or too much to the right. I just want to make it look a little bit more cohesive. The gold is really the centerpiece of the eye, so we really want to concentrate on making that stand out. After you do that, we're going to go back in, do a brow bone highlight, and really clean these lines up. First, I'm going to take off the powder that I have below my eyes from the baking. Notice how we didn't get any fallout from the Too Faced palette at all, even though we used a bunch of this dark color, which is a really good sign to me that the Too Faced palette is really great quality. I'm going to go back in with a little bit more concealer just to make sure that everything is cleaned up a little bit. Shaping your eyeshadow like this just makes it look a lot more professional, a lot better looking in general. I really like to do this, especially if I'm trying to make my eyes really stand out. And then when I do that, I'll just go back over the eyeshadow a little bit with a fluffy blending brush. That way the lines they're not too defined, but they're also a little bit precise as well. You really want a good mix of both of those two. If you're trying to smoke out the top of your eyeshadow towards the brow bone, always use small round circles and hold your brush at the very end. That applies the lightest pressure, and it also allows you to control your movements a lot better on the brush. Now we're going to go in and highlight our brow bone. I'm going to take the Eggnog Latte color, the same color I used on my lid, to highlight my brow bone, just to give it a more cohesive. I'm not going to use much just because we already have contour on our face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply it, and then I'm going to use my finger and swipe over it to take some of it off. Like I said, this isn't an everyday look by far. This is a look that is really going to make you stand out. It's going to make people go, wow. Which is my everyday look, but for some of you, it may not be. Definitely an everyday look for me. Alright guys, for eyeliner, I went in with the Ciate Precision Felt Tip Black Eyeliner. I really like the eyeliner a lot. I didn't want to do too much. I didn't want it to overpower the look that I just spent 20 minutes doing. Now we're going to do the bottom lashes, some mascara, and call it a day. For the bottom lashes, I'm going to do 2 of the colors that we use. I'm going to go in with a little bit of the Gingersnap underneath to give it a little bit more sparkle. Then I'm going to go in with Cup of Joe to define the eye. I'm going to concentrate that on the outer corner. If you don't want to use a shimmer color on the bottom, which this is something that I should have said a minute ago, you can take a dark brown or a medium black and use it as well. Alright guys, I'm going to apply my mascara. The mascara I'll be using today are 2, Mad Lash by The Balm and Escalator by Too Cool for School, which is my all-time favorite mascara. To avoid messing up our very beautiful eyeshadow look, always tilt your face as far forward as you can when you're putting your mascara on. That way you won't get the shitty mascara dots that I'm always rocking every day. Sorry guys, I know that you do not want to see it. Alright guys, a little bit of lip gloss and our look is complete. I didn't really want to do a full lip shade because this look is so jamming. If you do, then you do you. That completes our look for today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and thanks for watching. I am my video giveaway. Go back and watch the previous video on my channel to find out the information about that. I hope you guys have a really great day. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and please subscribe. Thank you.